I'd like to welcome you inside of LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Thermopolis Bobcats. Tonight's a pretty good game here so far as the Hanono come into town here today. The Wyoming Indian Chiefs from Varsity, Wyoming take on the Thermopolis Bobcats. Junior varsity football on Two Basin Sports Network coming up. The buzzer just sounded. We're ready to get going. The captains are currently at midfield. Tonight is going to be a 9-man contest. So it's basically just going to be normal football, but without tackle, or without guards, I guess, like offensive guards. But, yeah, this will be, I think, the second, or like the first of two 9-man competitions that Thermop JV is going to play. They're going to play Grable later on in the year, so it'll be another 9-man contest, which will also be right here at LeRoy Hayes Field, so that'll be awesome to watch. Wyoming Indian Chiefs off the reservation, trying to this is kind of a program that's been in distress for years. This is a team that is quite frankly not good. I say that with all due respect, but the Wyoming Indian Chiefs coming into town here playing a 9-man contest. It should be a good one. The Bobcats and the Chiefs right here on Two Basin Sports Network. And we'll be here every step of the way showcasing the future of Bobcat football. We are about ready to get going here, and fans, it's still not too late to get down here. The concessions are wide open. I mean, they got some pretty good stuff down. I mean, I haven't gotten anything, but it smelled good. I had to use the restroom during the intermission, and I tell you what, that food is just irresistible. It's too bad I'm not going to be able to grab any before I get out of here, but I mean, just to know who's who, the Thermopolis Bobcats are obviously wearing their purple jerseys. They're wearing their old 2019-2020 jerseys, basically. Purple jerseys and blocky yellow lettering. Bobcat on the back of their shirt, not Bobcats, Bobcat. I know. And they are also wearing their old gray pants with the claw marks down the side. Also wearing purple helmets, one side with their number, the other side with a Bobcat claw mark. The Wyoming Indian Chiefs are wearing their white uniform with blue lettering and a red outline, black pants with a red line down the middle, and a baby blue helmet with a red face mask. So those are the two. So that's going to be the way to differentiate the two. Wyoming Indian will be wearing their white uniforms. Bobcats wearing their home purples here today. And we don't know who is going to get the kickoff here. This is also the first JV game ever broadcasted on Two Basin Sports Network, so we don't exactly know the rule difference between JV and varsity games, but I guess we'll all learn together, especially since we're going to call a couple more of these games this fall. JV team has to go to Lander, take on the Lander Valley Tigers on Monday. We'll be down there in Lander for that one. Wyoming Indian Chiefs look like they're set to get back number 25 and number 1. We will have to probably grab a... Oh, looks like they do have rosters this time. So we'll probably grab a roster during the intermission. I don't think we'll have Wyoming Indians roster. We'll at least have the Bobcats. I do not have that on hand right now. I'll probably get that during, like I said, a timeout or something, or at the end of the quarter. But Bobcats set to kick it away. The Chiefs will have the return here. The kick, and we are underway. And a muffed return here by Wyoming Indian. Marked down. First down. Oh, thank you. First down coming up. And we do, in fact, have Wyoming Indians roster on the back as well. So the Chiefs were very lucky there to have the possession off the recovery. Thought it was going to end up going to the Bobcats, but obviously not. Wyoming Indian ready to go. And these are going to be extremely fun names to say. I'm just going to say right now. Wyoming Indian on offense here. Defense lined up, ready to go. And the snap. Back to pass. It's going to be thrown. It's caught. Adriano Brown was there on the grab off of a bit of a bad throw by LaDanian Brown. And that'll bring up probably first down for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. What a catch by Brown there. Also wearing a weird number for a quarterback. He's wearing number 80 tonight. Listed as a junior here. The coaches for Wyoming Indian are head coach Nate Reinhardt, and assistant coaches are Michael Ridgebear and Christian Lopez. For the Bobcats, you got Dusty McLean, Chris DeLay, and Kyle Irvin as your coaches here. A run up the middle for Wyoming Indian. It will be a pretty decent gain on the play. Looks like Chain Gang was a little confused there. Wyoming Indian in Bobcat territory. Up to the 46-yard line now in Thermopolis territory. Under shotgun the snap. He'll heave it deep, and it's incomplete. Way overthrown there. Intended target on the play was number 37, Seth Spoonhunter. And it'll bring up third down for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. Wyoming Indian getting set for another series here, or getting set for another opportunity here. Third down coming up. The snap. Back to pass. Throws it. Left side, and it is incomplete. Intended for Adriano Brown. Really good defensive play there. I think the defender that was on him was Dylan Myers, a sophomore. So really good defensive play there by the Bobcats, and it will force a fourth down for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. 10:33 left on the board here in the first quarter. So far, so good for the internet. Fingers crossed. Looks like Wyoming Indian is going to try and go for it here on fourth down. I'm not sure if I would advise that. And it's a bad snap all the way behind the 40, and he will fall on it. So the turnover on downs for the Chiefs, and the Bobcats will take over at about the 35-yard line. A botched snap there, and not what they needed. And now the internet's having issues. Wyoming Indian lining up in a forefront here. The snap. And it'll be a run, and I'm trying to get the ball carrier there. That is number 4, I think I saw. If that's the case, that is Casey Mackey. Saw a little bit of Casey in the middle school season last year. Feels nice to be calling his name again. The snap, and it's going to be a fake. What a fake. Still on his feet. His running back got lit up, but he got some pretty good yards off it. It'll bring up third down on the play. Bobcats having a lot more success on offense in JV than they are varsity. And the snap, run out to the far side, and it'll be brought down by a tribe of chiefs. Sent the entire freaking Arapaho Nation after him there. And again, Bobcats' strong suit has not been offense this year. Defense has been their number one asset. And I mean, yeah, everybody has the kind of thing they're good at, but getting ready to go. Tried to send a man in motion there. It'll be a pass play. Drops back, throws it over the left side. Caught, and he is lit up on the play. And Jacoby Elder throws what I can only describe as a hospital pass, and it'll be a turnover on downs. I think I saw Colby Deere, either Deere or David King on the catch there. I'm not quite sure which one. Again, Jacoby Elder, another name pretty familiar with because of the middle school season. Super good kid, and it's not going to be on JV for long, I'll tell you that right now. In motion, the snap, a little bit of a botch snap. They're going to pitch it off to the left side, trying to make something of it. And he is brought down by number 51, Camden Wire. And that was on the run by either Kylan St. Clair or Colton Return to War. No, I'm not making these names up. You got to remember, these guys are from the reservation. These are like Arapaho and Shoshone names. So, I mean, they're pretty funny, but at the same time, I mean, they might sound weird, but you got to remember, these used to actually, I think these are just like translated names. Wyoming Indian lined up in shotgun. Again, that weird little shotgun that they're doing. It'll be a quarterback keeper here by Brown. He's trying to get past him, and he is wrestled down, and Camden Wire was there on the tackle. He would not give it up. Camden Wire has been a valuable asset to this JV defense so far. I'd love to see him on varsity eventually. I can't wait to see what he does when he does get up to varsity. Now, Wire is a sophomore. Here comes Wyoming Indian coming out on a second down and 8 situation here. Bobcats fans are starting to spill in here. The snap, Brown's going to pass here. They're going to pass rush here. Throws it deep. It's wobbly. He gets up and he caught it. What a catch there by Adriano Brown, the junior, on the haul in there. And that was probably one of the ugliest passes you could probably see there, but it still landed. I mean, it was incredible to watch. Now, I do not know if this is Wyoming Indians JV team or if this is, if it's our varsity playing JV. Wyoming Indian is a 9-man school, so obviously not very many people to go around. Usually, I remember a couple. They had to forfeit their season in 2020. These Indian schools like St. Stephen's and Wyoming Indian usually have a lot of trouble getting people together, so I'm surprised that this roster is as extensive as it is. Run to the outside here is Adriano Brown on the far side run. He's still on his feet, and he finally goes down. He's marked down a yard short of the first down. And Brown is able to get something there, and it looks like we have a timeout called. It looks like it is a Wyoming Indian timeout, so we'll be right back. You are watching Junior Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network, the future of the Bobcats, right here on Two Basin Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field here in Thermopolis. Wyoming Indian Chiefs taking on the Thermopolis Bobcats Junior Varsity. You're watching the future of Bobcat football on Two Basin Sports Network. Pitch to the outside. He's got it near side. And he is going to get in. Touchdown, Wyoming Indian, off of the run by trying to get the jersey number 25, it looked like. Either that or 35. So that was on the run by... No, he's not on the roster, so good luck there. I hate it when they don't list people on the roster. Looks like Wyoming Indian is going to set up to go for two here. Similar to the middle school game, you kind of have to expect these guys to try and go for two. There'll be a run up the middle, and is he going to be in? Yes, he will. 2-point conversion for the Chiefs. And so Wyoming Indian is going to have the lead here. 5:18 left in the first quarter. You're watching Junior Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back in JV action tonight here at LeRoy Hayes Field. Wyoming Indian Chiefs just scored a touchdown, and they are now up 8-0. You got to really hand it to Adriano Brown, who was kind of the cornerstone of that drive. And it was number 25 that scored. He's not listed on the roster. The kick is up, and it's away off of LaDanian Brown. Returns the kick, far side, and he is down at the 40-yard line. Couldn't see who got the ball, but he got taken down by a tribe of Chiefs down there on the far sideline. By the way, you can thank the PA announcer for that. He used to say that whenever the Bobcats would make like a gang tackle, he would always say, "Brought down by a pride of Bobcats," and he doesn't say it anymore, but I always loved it when he did that. So I kind of copied it for anyone who's wondering why I do those things. 1st and 10 coming up for the Bobcats. 2 men in the backfield. The snap. It'll be a run here. It looks like an option play. Still on his feet, and Elder is going to get some yards there. He might have gotten the first. So what a keeper there by Jacoby Elder, the freshman, making some moves there. And Elder has improved significantly. I mean, this is just a JV 9-man game, but compared to his 8th grade year, I feel like he was good in his 8th grade year, right? But I feel like he's improved so much as a player, and it feels so awesome seeing him develop as a football player. Can't wait to see. He's only a freshman, too. I can't wait to see what the next 3 years have in store for him if he chooses to continue playing football. Elder with the snap. He's going to run to the far side. He's got an option play. Pitches it out to the far side. That one's good, and he is finally brought down there after a gain of about 4 for the Bobcats. 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. You're watching the future of Bobcat football on Two Basin Sports Network, Junior Varsity Football. And it looks like we got his sub. It looks like David King is coming onto the field now. And sprinting off is Stetson Moody, the sophomore. There is a very even split. Well, I guess there's kind of an even split amongst freshmen and sophomores on the roster. There's no juniors or seniors on the roster for this JV team, which, sometimes you'll see a junior on the team, but... And up the middle and forward progress has been halted on the run attempt by Casey McKay. And I thought I saw him get taken down No, I don't think. I don't know who took him down, honestly. And it looks like heading off the field is going to be Roland Burton, the junior. I'm convinced that this is their varsity team. I'll check Wyo Preps or Wyoming football later and see if this is, their varsity team, but looks like Darian Augustine was moving in just a little bit. In motion is King. Elder throwing to the sideline, and it's going to be the turf monster once again getting underneath David King. Got one of the middle school players earlier, and now it's taken King. So we got a flag on the play, it looks like. There's laundry on the far side near the chain gang. Looks like holding. At least that's what the referee signaled to the bench. Three minutes to go here in the first quarter. You're watching junior varsity football. Two Basin Sports Network trying to highlight the future of the Thermopolis Bobcats right here. We broadcasted TMS earlier. We'll broadcast TMS again on Saturday when they head to Grable. And we're also going to make a commitment to broadcast more, JV and freshman stuff when the basketball season rolls around too. So watch the future and the present of the Bobcats here on Two Basin Sports Network. Fourth down coming up for the Bobcats. The snap by Elder. He's going to drop back, throws it over the middle, and incomplete. Actually, no, it's intercepted by the Chiefs. Running it out down the far sideline on the interception by Matthew Austin. 3 minutes to go, and what a pick. But there is a nut. Whoever threw that paper, your mom's... Yeah, I'm not going to finish that, but anyone who lives on the internet as much as I do probably understands that reference. But there is a flag on the field. So first down coming up for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. Trying to see what the flag was for, and it is looks like a legal block in the back. But it will be Wyoming Indian ball still, despite the penalty. 8-0 ball game here. Let's see what Adriano Brown has for us in store now this time. Here they come. And a bad snap there. Hits the ground. Defensive line giving him a little bit of pressure. He's going to run down the sideline. He's got wheels. Still going down near the 40. And I think that was on the run by trying to check and see what the jersey number was. But, man, he had a burst of speed right there. I think it was Matthew Austin, but I can't quite confirm that. And the Chiefs really showing what nine-man football can really be like. You got to understand, the thing about nine-man, you're down two players. It doesn't sound like much, but you have to. I mean, offensive line is pretty easy to sort out, or offense is pretty easy to sort out with nine-man because you just got to get rid of a couple of guards. But defense, you kind of have to be a little bit more creative with your play call in there because you have to get rid of two people there. So whether that's linebackers or defensive line, your defense is probably going to suffer either way. 8-0 here, 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Wyoming Indian has the ball on the 40-yard line, it looks like. Check that, they don't. It's on the other 40. Clock will continue to run, and Wyoming Indian off the interception by Burton. Off the interception by Matthew Austin. A snap. Drops back the pass. It's going to be a throw. Throws it deep down the sideline and almost picked off. And there's flags on the field. It was almost picked off by Dylan Myers on the far side, but There are flags coming in now. So let's see what it is now. And it's offensive pass interference on the Bobcats. Or sorry, on the Chiefs, sorry. Apologize for that. But that is really going to mess things up for Wyoming Indian here on this drive. 2:39 to go in the first. So first down in a Walmart parking lot for the Chiefs. The snap. Bad snap hits the ground, but he'll try and salvage it. He's going to chuck it deep down the far side and picked off. And the interception made on the play by the Bobcats. It looks like Myers, once again, he is covering that sideline really well. And the Bobcats will get the ball back. So an interception. Looks like they're trading picks here. Matthew Austin had that interception for the Bobcats after Elder kind of threw it in the middle. But here come the Bobcats back on offense. I believe this will be their third offensive series of the game. One was a turnover on downs, and the other was a pick. Let's see if third time's the charm here. 2 men in the backfield going doubles. It's going to be a snap. He's going to run out to the near side, and he is gobbled up there by, I'm trying to read the number. It looked like it was the tackle made by Benjamin Nieto. And that is going to bring up second down for the Bobcats. Nate Reinhardt giving instructions over there on that far sideline. Don't forget, Bobcat fans, coming up tomorrow on TBSN, the Bobcats varsity team takes on the Kemmerer Rangers from Ranger Stadium in Lincoln County. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll start our broadcast a little bit earlier than that. In motion is going to be the running back here. They're going to run near toward the near sideline. Elder's on his feet, but there's a flag on the play. And Jacoby Elder, once again, using his feet. Reinhardt, once again, coaching his kids there. He's kind of a little bit far out there onto the field. Guess maybe that's just allowed in JV. It's a legal shift on the Bobcats, so that's going to impact them a little bit here. Second and 15 coming up on the play for the Bobcats. 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. And this has been a kind of a slow-moving first quarter, but it's been still really fun to watch, if that makes any sense. Run to the outside. He's going to have some room here if he can get the blocks he needs. He's going to get past the sticks for the third down. He's going to get past the original line of scrimmage. And Wyoming Indian they've had a fantastic defensive performance so far. Scoreboard should say it all. 8-0 here for the Chiefs. And I kind of expected it, being a 9-man game, I kind of expected the Bobcats to, this would kind of be, it's still pretty early in the game, but right now the Chiefs, they're coming into Thermopolis, and they're doing really well on the road here. Third down coming up, I'd say probably about 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7. Snap. Trying to get the option off, and he is swallowed up. The guy I saw make the tackle was number 67, Benjamin Nieto. Again, Nieto getting into the backfield and making a mess. And if I'm allowed to make a joke here, it's kind of like they're setting up these running backs for like a buffalo jump or something. That's probably going to get me canceled. But the horn sounds on the scoreboard. 8-0 here at the end of the first quarter. Bobcats trail the Wyoming Indian Chiefs and the Thermopolis Bobcats. It's 9-man junior varsity football from Thermopolis. We'll be right back. Nebe, welcome back to Two Basin Sports Network coverage of junior varsity football. The Wyoming Indian Chiefs taking on the Thermopolis Bobcats, and the Chiefs currently up 8-0. It's a pretty close game, and both sides have been playing spectacular defense so far. Last highlights of that last one, Matthew Austin for Wyoming Indian had that interception. However, the Bobcats came right back with Dylan Myers getting a pick of his own as Brown tried to throw it to the corner. Got picked off of a pretty slow-moving pass. Snap, this is a punt, by the way, for the Bobcats. This one's going to fall, and that one's going to be downed. It looked like number 25 on the play picked it up. He's not listed on the roster. It could either be Colton Return to War or it could be somebody else, but he is not. No, there is not a number 25 on the roster. A couple of people could also be Jace or Marshall, Little White Man. Also Damon Willow and Avon Posey also are listed without numbers. So it could be any of those guys. In all honesty, Wyoming Indian will take over at the 42. Or sorry, check that. Actually, the 38. 7 seconds chewed off the clock off that kickoff. Or sorry, punt. My bad. Good Lord, I am losing focus tonight. Back in the game, number 80, LaDanian Brown, the junior. If this is their varsity team, there's no way he's legal. The snap, the run on the quarterback keeper, a fumble, still loose on the ground, picked up by the Bobcats. Trying to see who got it. It looks like it might have it could have been number 32, Clint Kimes. Really good job there by the Bobcats. Their second forced turnover of the game. Some of these guys you'll be seeing tomorrow night in Kimmer. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on. First and 10 for the Bobcats. They punted it, and then they got the ball right back. How does that work? At defensive end, lined up number 76. That is Jace Runs Medicine Ware. And it looks like another timeout being used, this time by the Bobcats. So we'll be right back. Bobcat timeout. You're watching Junior Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis. Bobcats trailing the Wyoming Indian Chiefs 8-0 here as we start the second quarter. It's been a pretty good game so far for a JV game. Really entertaining to watch, although sloppy play by both sides of the ball. The snap. Running out far side. It's going to be Elder. Still on his feet. Down to the sideline. Wyoming Indian trying to get the angle. And he's finally brought down close to midfield for the first down. About a gain of, I'd say, probably 13 on the play. Depends on where they marked him down at. And the Bobcats still inside their own side of the field. However, Wyoming Indians defense starting to break a little bit here. Coming off the field is going to be David King, a 9th grader. You might recognize the name Ina King, who, obviously girls basketball player last year. I think she's graduated now, but the King family is pretty big and part of Bobcat athletics. The snap. Option play. Elder is in a little bit of trouble on a fumble. It's picked up. And Wyoming Indian all the way. And, he stopped at the 10. Great tackle there. I think the tackle was made by... Hold on one second. I think the tackle was made by number 50. So that was Tyler Morris that brought him down there. I think it was LaDanian Brown that scooped it up. Hear that? Or actually, no, sorry, Matthew Austin. Check that. So now the red zone alert for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. In motion. There'll be a run up the middle, and what a hit on the run by Kylan St. Clair. What you can hear I heard the pop through my headset. Don't know who got the tackle on the play, but St. Clair was given the ball there. That rhymed. Didn't even mean it. Coming onto the field now, number 20, Matthew Austin. Play caller there. This Wyoming Indian team is about as fun to watch as I thought they would be. Been looking forward to this game my whole life. And these guys have been putting on a heck of a show. 9-man football and 6-man football are just something else, man. I don't know what else to say. The snap. Forward progress. Oh, a fumble! Ball is loose! In the end zone. I think it was picked up in the end zone there. And it looks like... I want to say picked up by Thermop, but I can't quite be sure of that. Wyoming Indian has had a lot of problems with fumbling tonight. And I know it's JV, but these guys have got to learn to hold on to the football, tuck it properly. Bobcats getting lined up here. And a bad snap. They're going to have to try and get this one back. It's going to be fallen on by LaDanian Brown, I think, had that one. So 4th down coming up for the Chiefs. And a timeout has been called by Wyoming Indian. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's 8-0 Wyoming Indian in the red zone. if you're a business and you're passionate about Bobcat athletics as we are, you should probably consider becoming a sponsor of Two Basins Sports Network in order to help guarantee that we will keep bringing you coverage of Bobcats middle school, JV, and varsity coverage. We need your support. For details on sponsorship packages, please contact us at twobasins.sportsnetwork@gmail.com or by calling us or texting us at 307-388-9203. Your support helps guarantee that we continue to bring you Bobcats football, basketball, and Warriors soccer week in and week out. Still don't know what's going on. Fourth down is currently what's on the chain there. Wyoming Indian had that fumble recovery. I think back-to-back fumbles, or fumbles on back-to-back plays, I should probably say. They've not had a very good night in terms of ball security. The snap, and there it is again, another bad snap, and he is going to get snaps up. He somehow gets past him. Running far side, is going to get on in. Touchdown, Wyoming Indian. So now that's going to be 14 on the board now for Wyoming Indian. They still got to get the 2-point conversion ready, but unless they want to be gutsy and kick it. Ryan Axtell coming onto the field. Coming off the field is going to be Clint Kimes. I taught that kid Spanish when he was in like 4th grade. Can't believe he's a freshman now. Ready for the 2-point conversion. One man in motion. Snap. And he is in for 2. And Wyoming Indian is going to make it a 16-0 game. And Thermopolis struggling here in this JV matchup. We'll be right back. More 9-man JV football coming up when we come back. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis. Wyoming Indian Chiefs and the Thermopolis Bobcats. Junior varsity football, 9-man football here on Two Basins Sports Network. And Wyoming Indian putting on a pretty good audition here for those 9-man. Quit jumping on the freaking bleachers. Putting on a good audition for the nationally a good program. And forgive us while we adjust our camera here a little bit. I need to start bringing duct tape, honestly. Getting ready to take the kick here is going to be Matthew Austin. The kick is up, and it's going to land out near the 25. It's picked up, and it's going to be run toward the far side. And just avoids getting absolutely lit up. Forward progress is stopped. He is taken down by a tribe of Chiefs on the play. Substitutions again, 40 and 32. So Clint Kimes is headed back out. Stetson Moody is headed to the bench. They've been subbing. So some movement there again from the Wyoming Indian side of the bench. It's like lined up near side. I don't think we've seen this guy, Seth Spoonhunter, lined up as far side linebacker, it looks like. Or near side linebacker, my bad. Wyoming Indian could try to blitz here. The snap. And a fake handoff on a keeper by Elder. He's going to go up the middle. Gets knocked down at about the 40-yard line. So second down, they've officially marked him down at the 39. Still a good run either way you look at it there. Elder sold that one perfectly. More subs here, 40 and 31. So it looks like they're sending Stetson Moody onto the field. David King is headed onto the bench. And Christian Eplin, also the other guy that's on the bench too. I don't think we've seen him in the game much tonight. In shotgun, sends a man in motion. And the snap. It's a run up the right side and a fumble, it looks like. And Thermopolis also kind of running into that trap of fumbling the ball as well. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. You're watching Junior Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network, and it looks like Wyoming Indians going to have the ball back here. 1st and 10 on the 35. The Chiefs actually doing a lot better than I thought they would be doing. Maybe Wyoming Indian just has a really good team this year. And it looks like Stetson Moody headed to the bench. Also on the bench is Casey McKay and Christian Eplin. Also, Jordan Garrison on the bench there, too. Here comes Wyoming Indian getting set. I see Aiden Cruz out there. It's going to be a pass. They fully loaded it there, and it's picked off! Far side, and an amazing pick there by Clint Kimes. And it will be Bobcat ball again. These guys trading the ball back and forth. And he looks like, it kind of looked like Odell trying to go up for that one. But Bobcats will get the ball back. Still 16-0. Wyoming Indians still on top here in the game. Well, tomorrow the Varsity boys heading down to Kemmer in Mormon country as they take on the Kemmer Rangers. That game will be tomorrow for the first away game of the season for the Bobcats. The snap. And it'll be a run up the near side, and I heard some pads there. Tackles made by 67 and 26, so not listed. And Benjamin Nieto was the only one out of those two that's listed on the roster. So Nieto has been making a mess in the backfield all game. And if I'm not saying that right, I apologize. I try my best. I'm usually a stickler about pronunciation, but I'm sorry if I'm not getting Benjamin's name right there. In motion is Dylan Myers. The snap, it's going to be a run to the far side, it looks like. Might be Myers, the ball carrier there, and he is brought down over there on the far side of the field. Once again, to our fans who are trying to watch rather than listen, we apologize that the frames are dropping. LeRoy Hayes field Wi-Fi is not great. It's not even good. It's not even decent. We apologize. It's just not much we can do about the internet situation. We are going to Kemmer tomorrow. Hopefully the internet in Kemmer is a lot better. We'll try to get things sorted out before the end of the season, but I think by then it'll be too late. In shotgun, sends a man in motion. It's King. The snap. The pass. It's going to be a floater up to King. It's caught on the far side. Finessing his way around. He is brought down on the far side by Tommy Cruz. And it'll be 4th down coming up for the Bobcats. What a catch there by King. Just those short floating passes, and they're able to get stuff going there. Maybe the varsity team should take lessons. As you can see there, brothers throwing the ball on the sideline there. Del Dukes had 2 interceptions in the game against Worland. Let's see how he does in Kemmerer tomorrow. The kick there on the near side, it's picked up by, I think that's Brown, and he is going to evade one tackle, spin move, still on his feet, finally brought down. The guy that made the tackle looked to be number 51, Camden Wire. He's had a couple tackles tonight. Not bad at all. Yeah, Eplin's still hanging out there on the bench. He is the only one I don't think that's got playing time tonight. Unless he's hurt or something, and that's the only thing I can think. Wyoming Indian getting ready. Now there's Wasp right next to him. And marked down just a little bit. Trying to see. I think the referee is signaling the first down. So, first down, Bobcats. 4:53 to go here in the second quarter. You're watching Junior Varsity Football on TBSN, the voice of the Bobcats. Bobcats still trying to look for their first points of the game, and honestly, first points of the day, period. Middle School got shut out against Worland today. So Bobcats have not scored any points across the 2 games. In shotgun, sending a man in motion. And a flag on the play. How much you want to bet it was procedure? And it is on the Bobcats, so that will send them back a little bit here. Probably nothing fatal, but still not a situation they want to be in. So first down and 15 coming up for the Bobcats. Second quarter, 5 minutes to go. As the sun's starting to set here at Thermop. In motion. The snap from shotgun. And tries to hand it off, and he is swallowed up. Looks like number 72 on the tackle there for Wyoming Indian. That was nobody, obviously. Number 72, not listed again. What's the point of even printing out the roster if you don't even get the numbers right? Being sent in now is number 12, Jacoby Elder, getting the play there. King lining up near side. Far side, it looks to be Dylan Myers. Could be a pass play here. Might want to look at this. No, it's going to be a run to the outside for Elder. Still on his feet. Past the original line of scrimmage there. Picked up quite a bit of yards there. And Elder once again on the fake handoff. So it'll bring up third down for the Cats here. About 3rd and 9, I believe. A lot better situation than what they were in. Wyoming Indian trying their best to hold the fort here. No pun intended. So 3rd down and 9. Bobcats going to try this again. They still got 2 more attempts here, unless they want to punt it on 4th. However, the game's not lost yet. 16-0. It's still a very manageable game if the Bobcats can limit the turnovers. However, the same goes for Wyoming Indian. They've got to get the turnovers under control too. Outside run, and looks like he's going to escape just a little bit. He's wrestled out of bounds on the Wyoming Indian sideline. Brings up 4th down for the Bobcats. 2:30 to go here in the second quarter. 16-0. The Chiefs on top. Timeout has been called by Thermopolis, so we'll step aside for a little bit. We'll be right back. Bobcats trailing 16-0 here in LeRoy Hayes Field. Try for the extra point here. Hot Springs County High School Wi-Fi, you suck. A fantastic throw by Jacoby Elder with an Bobcats are still, which is good for them. 2:11 to go here. It'll be a keeper here by and he will get in, and the conversion is good. So with that, that'll make it a 16-8 game here as the Wyoming Indian Chiefs starting to lose a little bit of a grip here. 2:11 to go when we come back. I'd like to welcome you back inside the LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, here on the south start of the Bighorn Basin. Now, you want to talk about 2 basins. We truly are serving the Wind River and Bighorn Basin. I mean, it's Wyoming Indian. It doesn't get any more Wind River than this. Chiefs still winning 16-8 here in this 9-man contest. I think it's safe to say the trip from Ethity to Thermopolis is kind of working out for these guys. Getting back to kick it away is going to be, I think it was Morris on the kick, but they are going to whistle the play dead here. Kind of wondering if they're not going to do a re-kick. They are. Well, second attempt, back to kick it away. And it's up, and it's going to be caught out of thin air by Aiden Cruz. And still driving him down. He's finally brought down at the 40. As the sun's starting to set here in Thermopolis, things are heating up. Bobcats just got their first touchdown of the game on that last drive off the pass from Jacoby Elder to God knows who. Didn't really catch the number. But a fantastic grab by the wide receiver and then running it into the end zone, I think at like a 35, 45-yard run. Bobcats need to use that and get some momentum out of this. The snap. And it'll be a run, and it looks like a failed reverse there as he drops the ball, and he's going to be wrestled down. He was thrown down to the ground by, it looks like, number 61, Colby Deere. Might have been someone else actually. Check that. Might have actually been David King on the tackle. Either way, it was a really good tackle no matter who it was. 90 seconds to go here in this first half of action here. It's part of our JV coverage here, our futures coverage, I guess I'm going to start calling it now. Wyoming Indian getting ready here on second down and what looks to be 7. The snap. The run. The ball carrier there was, I think, ball carrier there was number 21, not listed on the roster. Again. Clock will continue to run. Wyoming Indian will be kicking off to start the second half, I believe, since they received. "25 seconds until the quarter. Keep this one going. Another botched snap by Wyoming Indian, and they are under serious pressure now. Missing 2 tackles, 3 tackles, 4 tackles, 5 down. Fantastic catch. I mean, it could have been easily picked off, but a lot of room downfield. He had nobody covering him. He was basically naked, and then he just dodged. Wyoming Indian going to try for 2 here. The snap and a run, and it's going to be in for 2. And I think that will put an end to the first half of action. So with that being said, Wyoming Indian beating the Thermopolis Bobcats JV team here 24-8. We'll be right back for more in about 10 minutes or so. Don't go anywhere. I'd like to welcome our fans inside of, or welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis. Wyoming Indian Chiefs and the Thermopolis Bobcats Junior Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Art, the voice of the Bobcats. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Halftime is just about ready to get over, and now it's done. Wyoming Indian Chiefs are up 24-8 here in this game so far. A lot of mistakes by both sides of the ball, especially with the fumbles. Really got to clean it up here in the second quarter, but it seems like Thermopolis has made the more devastating mistakes, considering the score, obviously. I don't know, man. Both teams have just got to really clean it up. 24-8 right now. We're about ready to start the third quarter of action. And that means 24 more minutes of football for the night. We called the middle school game earlier. Now we're halfway home with the JV game. About 3/4 of the way through our coverage for the night. And we are so glad you could join us here at LeRoy Hayes Field. So I think the Chiefs will be kicking it away to start the second half, considering they got the ball to start the game. And Thermopolis might have an opportunity to get some momentum going their way. And they had that touchdown from Jacoby Elder earlier in the game. But they need to, if they do get some momentum, they got to run with it. A beautiful night for football and a discipline of football that's not normally played here in Thermopolis. Now, Thermopolis did used to be a six-man football team, but that was 100 years ago. So this is still kind of a foreign thing. 9-man football. It's really interesting to see. It's been a really fun game to watch. Wyoming Indian has been showing Thermopolis how it's done down on the reservation. Wyoming Indian getting ready to kick it away here. And we are underway for the start of the third quarter. Running across the far side of the field. He's brought down. No, he's still going. Now he's whistled down by a tribe of Chiefs on the play. So 1st and 10. They'll get down to the 39-yard line for the first down. It knocked about 9 seconds off the clock. We appreciate everyone who's been tuning into our broadcast of the middle school game and the JV game tonight. Of course, we know it's not varsity. This has not gotten as much attention as the varsity streams usually do. But we still appreciate the support nonetheless, and we thank you for supporting your future Bobcats. Calling for a motion. He doesn't get it. It'll be a keeper by Elder. He'll run to the far side. He has some yards, and he'll be finally taken near the sideline. Second down coming up for Thermopolis. I saw a big dude over there. Kind of freaked me out a little bit. I don't know who it was. Number 77, Roland Burton. Didn't get anything there, but he freaked me the heck out. I'm like, who's this big dude? $11 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Coming off the field now for the Bobcats is Jordan Garrison. Oh, no, never mind. He's just getting to play. Bobcats out of the huddle. Second down and 6. Clock running. The snap. He'll roll out to the right side. Looks like he's going to run on the right. Out near the sideline, he got clobbered. It'll bring up third down on the play. 10:30 to go in the quarter. Wyoming Indians' run defense has been hit or miss tonight for the most part. Thermopolis has been able to poke holes in it a little bit, but usually patched right up pretty quickly. And here come the Bobcats lined up here. I think that's King to the near side. The snap. And he's under a lot of pressure. He is gobbled up behind the line. It looked like the tackle was made by Roland Burton. He got in there and he wrecked stuff in the backfield. 4th down and 9 coming up. It was pretty manageable earlier, but now it's gotten into a situation where they might have to punt it away here. Looks like that's exactly what they intend to do. Wyoming Indians sending a couple of people back to return. Adriano Brown back to return on the near side. The punt is up and it's away. Brown has it, and he is going to miss a tackle. Finally brought down on the far side. I think that was King on the tackle. If not, then it might be somebody else. No, it was King. So a really good job there making the tackle. Wyoming Indians setting up now 1st and 10 on their possession. 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter. And in total, we got 21 minutes left. Stetson Moody rushing onto the field now. Wyoming Indian getting set to start another offensive series. They are pounding the rock pretty efficiently here. 24-8 is the score here in Thermopolis. Program alert coming up tomorrow. The Thermopolis Bobcats take on the Kemmerer Rangers. Will be at Ranger Stadium. It's a fumble. Picks it up. And he's got 2 Bobcats back there to make a play. What a sack. I need to see who the number was. It looked like number 52, Tannen Birdsley, on the tackle there. What a nice little, I mean, that was a little bit of teamwork right there. One guy had him on the leg, and then it looks like Birdsley came in and wrapped and finished up the tackle. So really good teamwork there by the Bobcats to make that play happen. And Wyoming Indian is in a pretty bad situation. It looks pretty close to 2nd and 20 here. Sun's starting to set here in Thermopolis. It's starting to get a little bit dark out, but the lights are illuminating the field here. A run to the far side, and he is taken down. I saw Tannen Birdsley in there again. I don't think he made the tackle, but I saw his number in there somewhere. 3rd down coming up, still double stick here. Looks like 3rd down and 14, 3rd down and 15 at the least. 7:50 to go off the running clock. Wyoming Indian on the far side. Here comes Wyoming Indian out of the huddle. Clock still running. Far side hash. Looks like strong side looks to be the right side here. In motion. And it looks like it'll be a run to the far side on the weak side of the ball. And they're going to take him down. It looks like he gained just a little bit. Maybe like 2 yards at most on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down and long still. About 4th down and 14 for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. 24-8 here. Wyoming Indian finally, Bobcats finally able to put a stop to it there off of a natural set of downs. Looks like Wyoming Indian's going to punt it away, and Bobcats are going to send a man back to return the punt. If he would just turn his back to me a little bit, I could probably see his number. The punt is up and back to return. It'll bounce. And it looks like Wyoming Indian is just going to down it here. And that's what they will do. And the Bobcats will get set up on the 25-yard line as we are almost halfway through the third quarter. Still a good 18 minutes to go here in this ball game. By the way, fans, we must say, if you are able, please come down to Kemmer at Rangers Stadium and support your Bobcats. They take on the Rangers tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Garrison going to deliver the play here. Ooh, pizza. A lot of people have been ordering Pizza Hut tonight. Like, there was a whole tailgate full of Pizza Hut before the middle school game. Bobcats on offense here. One man to his right hit, or sorry, two men in there in the backfield, and swallowed up by a tribe of chiefs. And I even heard a little bit of a clunk there with the helmets, so somebody got in there and made a pretty good hit. Second down cut up for the Bobcats. Looks like coming off the field is going to be David King. Bobcats getting lined up, two receivers to the near side, one on the far. One man to his right hip. Send the man in motion. In motion is Eplin. The snap. It's going to be a pass by Elder. He's under pressure. And he is brought down in the backfield. And the guy that made the sack there looked like it was Avery Posey, a senior. So third down in a Walmart parking lot for the Bobcats here. Bobcats getting lined up. Looks like they're utilizing three receivers on that near side. One of them probably will go in motion here. And a timeout has been called. Or maybe not. Looks like they're just doing a sub here. Yep, just a substitution. The snap, he's going to drop back to pass. Shotgun, he's going to throw deep over the middle, and it's incomplete, almost picked off. And it looked like that pass was intended for McKay, but almost got picked off there by Matthew Austin. Could have been his second pick of the game. Fortunately for the Bobcats, that wasn't the case. The hit jarred the ball loose. Either that or he just couldn't hold on to it. Couldn't tuck it to his chest fast enough there. So the Bobcats are going to have fourth down here, and I think it's pretty obvious what the play call is. They're going to punt it here. On the ground, it's going to be far side. It's going to be Brown. He's going to break loose. He is down at the 25-yard line. So the Bobcats are going to have to make a heck of a stand here to keep them out of the end zone. It's been really interesting to see Wyoming Indian dominate the way they have, especially with the mistakes they've made. But I think it's just coming down to who's making the least mistakes right now. Wyoming Indian back on offense, about 5 yards away from the red zone. And the Chang gang seems extremely confused about what their job is there. Chiefs on offense. The snap, a bad snap there, and they will fall on it. Adriano Brown with quick reflexes there. So that'll bring up, I think, second down on the play. But the snaps have been what's been killing them in this game, kind of, because I think the score could be a lot more if they didn't fumble the snap. And it's not the quarterback's fault. And that's another one, another bad snap. It's going to be a foot race to the ball, and he is brought down at the 45. Great hustle there by the defensive lineman to get there. And that is going to bring up not even third in a Walmart parking lot, more like third in a Buc-ee's parking lot. That is just incredible. So that is what? Third down and... Oh my God. That's third down and 33, it looks like, for the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. 2 bad snaps in a row. And here comes Wyoming Indian. Ready to go. One man. Looks like strong side receiver near side, and it's going to be a keeper. Or no, it's going to be a pass attempt here. Fumble. Might be a fumble. That might be a forward pass, but there's... Nope, it's considered a fumble recovery there by the Bobcats, and they will have the ball back. What a play there. It looked more like a forward pass to me, but the referees call it the fumble. 1st and 10 coming up for the Bobcats. 3 minutes to go in the third. Starting to get a little chilly here in Thermopolis. It has dropped a little bit since the middle school game. It's saying on my computer it's 73 degrees or 64 degrees. I don't really believe that. It's not unbearably cold, but it's noticeable. One man in the backfield for the QB here. 2 receivers far side. Looks like strong side might be the far side here. A snap. It's going to be a pass here under a lot of pressure. Throws it, and it's going to hit the dirt. Pass was thrown, I believe, by Jordan Garrison. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. 24-8 ball game. Wyoming Indian in the lead, but Thermopolis is inside their territory. Where have you heard that one before? Bobcats have not been able to get much offense going all night. That's kind of been the story of their season. Honestly, the varsity guys haven't been able to get any offense going. It looks like neither are the JV guys. Oh, the stream is holding up really well after halftime for some reason, so... Looks like I guess if you complain about something long enough, it'll eventually fix itself, right? The snap, he's under a lot of pressure. This is Elder. Throws on the run to the far side, and it's swatted away. Guy on the swat was Darian Augustine, a senior. And that will bring up 3rd down and 10, it looks like, for the Bobcats. Back-to-back passing attempts, and neither of them have gone where they wanted it to. 2:45 to go here in the third quarter. It's just going to be up to the Bobcats here to see if they can get something moving here. They need the momentum. There's 14:45 left in this entire game. They need to get something going now if they want a chance to win this game. A snap. Under shotgun, he's going to pass it here. Throws it over the left side, and it's tipped and picked off. Still on his feet and brought down. Last guy to get in there and make the tackle, I think, was Jordan Garrison. And so Wyoming Indian with another pick. Jacoby Elder, unfortunately, just bad luck. Kind of was tipped by the receiver. Just so happened to land in the Chiefs player's hands. 1st and 10 coming up for Wyoming Indian. 2:36 to go in the third. Clock is not running right now to the best of my knowledge. It's like a little bit of miscommunication with the subs there on the field. Clint Kimes kind of misread what he was supposed to do there. The snap, and a bad snap. They're going to have to get on it. It's going to be a foot race. And let's see what the call is. And it's Bobcat football off the fumble recovery. And once again, the turnovers are just hurting the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. Like I said, it'd probably be 56-8 right now if they could just hold on to the football. But right now, Wyoming Indian just continues to shoot themselves in the foot with the snaps. 2:29 to go here in the third quarter. Ugh. I think they forgot to bring a dream catcher because this has just been bad luck for Wyoming Indian. The snap. There'll be a pass here by Elder. Throws to the side. It's caught. And he's got yards on the catch there. Second down coming up for the Bobcats off the far side reception. If Elder has time to throw, I mean, he kind of has to force passes a lot. That's what has gotten him those picks today. The offensive line's just not giving him enough time to make a play. It's not like he's hanging back there for 5 seconds and not throwing it, but Elder, if he has enough time, he's made some pretty good throws tonight. He's just got to have the time to do so. I think that's what the problem is with Armani Dukes as well. It's the offensive line not giving him enough time. In motion, the snap. It'll be a pass play. Drops back the pass. He's under pressure. He's going to run to escape the pressure here, going near side. And he is brought down. Number 37, Seth Spoonhunter on the tackle. And a flag on the play. We got a Bobcat a little bit slow to get up. And an injured Bobcat, it looks like. And Clint Kimes is going to head off the field. The penalty is on Wyoming Indian, it looks like, so. Ugh. So it looks like stuff is starting to boil over a little bit here in this game. Wyoming Indian with a severe blow to their territory here. So first down coming up rather for the Bobcats off the automatic first down, 15-yard penalty. I think it's the first time I'd seen a 15-yarder all season. 1:25 to go in the third quarter. It's still 24-8, but the Bobcats, red zone alert for your Thermopolis Bobcats. Back ready to go. Clock will continue to run here. That looks like Stetson Moody in the backfield here. And a fake handoff. He's going to escape the pressure. Running toward the side. Down inside the 10. Still on his feet. Still driving. And he is finally brought down inside the 5. Jacoby Elder with a fantastic, thunderous run. And the Bobcats are so close to punching it in. I think they're at the 2-yard line, 3-yard line. Basically a 2-point conversion at this point. However, the Bobcats have to be perfect here. If they score, they got to make the 2-point conversion. 16-point game here. So first down and goal here. Ball on about the 3-yard line. 20 seconds to go as the clock continues to tick. On the snap. And a run up the middle left side, and he's in. Touchdown, Bobcats! Their second touchdown of the ball game, and it comes at a pretty decent time. Makes it a 10-point ball game here in Thermop. 7 seconds to go in the third. And here come the Bobcats on the 2-point conversion attempt. The snap. And a run up the middle, and he's in. The 2-point conversion will score. The Bobcats make it a little bit more equal. It's a 1-touchdown game. With that being said, we'll take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Bobcats closing the gap a little bit here in Thermop. 16-24. Wyoming Indians still leads. Like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. The Wyoming Indian Chiefs and the Thermopolis Bobcats, a 9-man junior varsity matchup before the big show tomorrow. The Bobcats take on the Kemmerer Rangers tomorrow at 7 p.m. at Ranger Stadium in Kemmerer, Wyoming. We're going across South Pass and then Seed Skiddy Wildlife Refuge across the little ghost town of Fontenelle. The wasteland known as Southern Lincoln County. Further north you go, like when you go up to Cokeville and stuff, it doesn't look so bad, but ugh, it's a freaking wasteland out there. Bobcats about ready to kick it off here. Bobcats, in case you're just tuning in, a rushing touchdown off of capitalizing off a lot of penalties by, I almost said Ethity. And an onside kick here, and they will down it. That was a 6-man kick right there. Beautiful job there by, number 79, Titus Brown, jumping on that. So, Wyoming Indian can do pretty much anything here. My question is, do you try to run down the clock with runs, or do you try and build the lead a little bit more, make sure this game gets out of reach? I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer for Nate Reinhardt here. The snap. This one's a good one. Rolling out. He's in a little bit of pressure. Throws. It's almost picked off. And it's incomplete. That's the next best thing. And that one was in the hands of Casey McKay. And that will bring an end to the third quarter. We'll take a quick break and step aside. 24-16, Wyoming Indian leads. We're going to head into the fourth quarter. Don't go anywhere. This is Junior Varsity Football on Two Basins Sports Network. Like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming, home of the Bobcats. Field established in officially named in 2014, but this place has been around for freaking ever. And right now it is playing host to a pretty good game so far. Dare I say, kind of a JV classic. Wyoming Indian on the fake handoff. They'll pitch it off, and what are they doing? Laterals galore. He'll get taken down, and a pretty good hit there. Looks like the guy that made the tackle was number 61 on the play. That was Colby Deere. I think he had a tackle earlier in the game. Wyoming Indian struggling right now. 3rd down and 9. Bobcat defense doing what the varsity team has done. They finally adapted. They know how to stop this team. They know how to take advantage of their flaws, too. Wyoming Indian on a 3rd and 9 situation. The snap. Bit of a low snap, but he gets it. He's going to throw it over the right side. It's caught, and he's down to the ground, down by high school rules. If this was the NFL, he probably would have gotten about at least 5 more yards. But 4th down is coming up for Wyoming Indian, and for some reason, those away stands are still, decently, filled. People coming down from Ethity to all 5 people that live in Ethity. I'm just joking. I mean, it's a town of like 1,000 people, so anyway. But a lot of people coming down from Ethity and Fort Washakie and all that stuff to see this game. It's an incredible sight to see. These fans are really behind their Wyoming Indian school. And that one's taken down toward the sticks on the run by Adriano Brown, but did he get the tackle there in time? They might have to measure it. Nope, and they're saying a turnover on downs, it looks like. So 1st and 10, Bobcats. You really got to hand it to the Bobcat defense and the type of defense that Boone Bowker has constructed this, past couple of years. Defense is not bad at all. The offense needs some work, but the defense is doing its job. And I really got to applaud Coach Bowker for that. He has built a stout defense. It had some growing pains against Newcastle and against Tongue River, but they've gotten better as a unit. Offense, though, does need some work. 10:22 to go in the night here. Our coverage of middle school and JV games are done after tonight, or after this, quarter. I guess I shouldn't really say tonight because we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be in Lander for the next JV game. A run up the right middle is taken down for a loss. It'll be 2nd down, and I think 11 is where they're marking them. Clock will continue to run. 10 minutes on the board. Wyoming Indian, I think, trying to run down the wait, no, that doesn't make any sense because the Bobcats have the ball. But I think if Wyoming Indian gets the ball back again, they're probably going to try and run down the clock if the Bobcats don't tie it first. Bobcats coming out of the huddle. Don't mess with the Lynx. Here they come with about, I think, 4 receivers here, 3 of them on the near side. The snap, option play, it's going to be a pitch to the right side. He's got a successful pitch, running through the hole, and he is brought down. A great wrap-up tackle by number 12 on the play, Darian Augustine. Really great tackle, didn't leave his feet. Don't like really how high he went, but it was still a really good wrap-up. He took him to the ground like he needed to. Didn't really give up many yards doing so. 3rd down and 9, I believe, coming up here for the Bobcats. Really hugging that near sideline here. The snap. Pass. Elder throws it to the far side, and it's caught, and he's down. Had to make a diving grab for it. I think the catch there was made by Jordan Garrison. It'll result in a 4th down for the Bobcats. 4th down and 6. Not a bad situation to be in, though, in all honesty. Just gotta calm Elder down in the pocket a little bit, but he's been making some decent throws. When he's not under pressure and not having to force throws, he's been making some really good throws tonight. In motion, in shotgun, it's going to be a snap. It will be a pass here. Elder under serious pressure, and he's brought down. The big one there made by Benjamin Nieto. How many times have we said his name tonight? And Wyoming Indian will get the ball back, 1st and 10. Bobcats have to make a tough stand here because Wyoming Indian, they're going to try and run down the clock here. So you kind of have to expect runs here because that's what's going to keep the clock running. Defensive linemen need to be able to get into the backfield. Linebackers need to read those runs because that's what they're going to do here. They've already caught the Bobcats kind of, off guard with that double, triple pitch play that they did. Clock not running. A snap, and a bad snap at that. Still on the ground. He'll fall to the ground about the 37-yard line. So that will bring up 2nd down and a lot. Good Lord. That's what we call 2nd down in a Walmart parking lot. Seven minutes to go here in the game. Things could be going better for the Chiefs right now, but they do still have possession of the football, so they should be, thankful for that at least. Wyoming Indian getting set here. Bobcats adjusting here. They're shifting their defense a little bit. The snap, it's going to be a pass. Steps up, throws over the middle. It's intercepted. Down the near side. He's got room. Down to the 30. Near side 20. Still going across. Near side 10. Touchdown! Bobcats! I think we got a flag on the play, though. Yeah, I think there's a flag down on the near side. So this could be coming back. Well, it looks like it's on the Bobcats, so that touchdown's not going to count, but looks like defensive holding was the call there. So just have to see here. I think the Bobcats will still have the possession of the ball, though. But they have good field position, but man, that's got to suck for, I think that was Clint Kimes that made the play there for the Bobcats. He's gotten his hands on the ball quite a few times tonight. He's got to be feeling good about his performance, but man, that's got to sting. Potential game-tying pick six taken away just like that. 1st and 10 Bobcats. Got a man sprinting on. That is Tyler Morris headed onto the field. The snap. Handoff, and he is stuffed in the backfield. And the tackle was made by number 76 on the play. That is Jace Runs Medicine Ware. I think that's his first sack of the night. First time we've called his name tonight. Finally getting a little bit of action here in this game. So good on him. Bobcats coming out second down and 12, I believe. Or second down and maybe 13. No, 12. Bobcats lined up. One man was left to the hip of Elder here. The snap. Elder drops back to pass. Throws it. Over the left side and pass interference there. And the flags come in. Adriano Brown hit him right before he was able to get the ball. And looks like the refs agree. Yeah, that was a pretty... We'll just have to wait for the confirmation first, but if it was called pass interference, that was an incredible call by the ref there, and really difficult to miss that. And it is pass interference on the Wyoming Indian Chiefs. So that is another, I think, a free set of downs for the Bobcats. Unless they declined it. Nope, they didn't. Looks like it will be 1st and 10. Chain gang always confuses me a little bit. But 1st and 10 and a red zone alert for your Thermopolis Bobcats. They have a chance here to tie this game. They got 5 minutes. Not really. There's a lot of time left. They can't really afford to really be too uptight about it. The snap. He's going to try and throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. I don't know who that was intended for. I think it might have been intended for Casey McKay on the play, but it was tipped. And that will result in 2nd and 10. Bobcats try everything they can to get that ball in past the pylon. 5:30 to go here in the 4th quarter. 24-16, Wyoming Indian on top. Momentum is in favor of the Bobcats. This is kind of what we saw against Worland. They figured things out, but against Worland, it was too late. Looks like they're finally starting to figure things out when they need to. The snap. There'll be an option play. And Elder will slide. I don't know if it was a turf monster or if he chose to slide there, but 3rd down coming up either way. Wow, the stream has actually been holding up super well here in the second half. I'm actually really impressed. We've been live for over 2 hours. We'd like to thank everyone who's been watching tonight. But make sure you tune in for the big event tomorrow as the Kemmerer Rangers take on the Thermopolis Bobcats. Timeout has been called, and it is a Bobcat timeout. Don't go anywhere. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Well, if you want more JV action, we're heading to Lander on Monday as the Lander Valley Tigers take on the Thermopolis Bobcats at Bill Bush Stadium. That's JV, not varsity, God forbid. Actually, you know what? Thermopolis probably would win that. It's 46-0. I'm just saying. Thermopolis, 3rd down. It's going to be a pass here. Elder looking to throw. Corner. And it is incomplete. Swatted down by Darian Augustine. The fans in front of me want a pass interference. Not quite sure I agree with that assessment, but it was really good defensive play by Augustine there. He put his hand on the ball where he needed to. Didn't need to push off a defender or anything. He was right there. The receiver did not come up and attack the ball, which I kind of wonder why he didn't do that. But got to come up and you got to make a play on the ball yourself. You're not the ball is not really gonna come to you like that. Could have been an easy touchdown there, but 4th down coming up here for the Bobcats. Elder shotgun set. One man out near the corner. The snap. Drops back to pass. He's looking left side, and it is picked off. And I think that's his 4th interception tonight. Not been a good throwing night for Jacoby Elder, but you got to give the man a little bit of time to cook. He is only a freshman, so I'm not going to really rag on him too hard there, but timeout has been called. I think it is a Wyoming Indian timeout, and it is. So we'll be right back. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, at right there in Hot Springs County High School, facing the north side of the field there. And what a game this has been for a junior varsity game. This has been absolutely entertaining. I have had fun this entire game. A team that I've had on my bucket list for years to watch, plus, how entertaining of a game this has been. The snap, it'll be a run to the far side. He's got space. Running over the middle. He's finally brought down. The run was made by number 14, Kylan St. Clair, brought down by Stetson Moody, I believe, on the tackle. What a run there, and that's just the kind of runs that St. Clair has been making all day or all night so far. He has been finding gaps in the defense, and he has been exploiting them. Wyoming Indian getting ready for another set here. The snap, a run up the far side, breaks free down the sideline, down to the 50, far side 40, and he's brought down. Wyoming Indian with a fantastic run. I think they got somewhere like 30 yards on that carry. What a run for the Chiefs, but they are getting in the Bobcat territory is not going to be enough for them to seal the game. Well, it could be if they choose to run down the clock, but I think they want to try and get another touchdown here to seal this one. Don't even give the Bobcats another opportunity to come back. But they've had some good snaps so far. I think that's been like I think that was their 3rd play this drive. They haven't fumbled it yet, although never say never. A snap and a run. It's going to be up the middle again. They're getting a ton of yards there. Run defense obviously getting a little fatigued, and a timeout has been called. Or check that, actually, just a substitution. They're subbing quite a bit. They only have like 4 players to choose from on the bench, but they're subbing as much as they can. Trying to get everybody a little bit of playing time here. 3:50 to go here in the game. I think I hear powwow drums here. And a run to the right side, and he is swallowed up in the backfield. 3rd down coming up off the loss of 1 by Wyoming Indian. 3:29 to go. Bobcats have to make a couple more stops here. Jogging off the field, I think that's 51. I think that's Camden Wire that just got off the field there. Once again, we at TBSM would like to thank the fans coming out of Ethity, the Wyoming Indian fans, making the trip up here. I know it's not that bad of a trip, not that far of a trip, but it's a reverse here. They're going to run toward the near side, and the turf monster gets him. Not only that, on the tackle there, number 51, Camden Wire, and we have an injury there. He's a little slow to get up. That was an incredible tackle, though. I didn't even see him. I thought the turf got him, but it looks like he got tripped up on the play there. If I knew how to do replays, I know you can do replays on OPS. I'm too stupid to do it. But we should have gotten a replay of that. That was interesting. Wyoming in the huddle. 2:29 to go. They're just going to let the clock run here. Bobcats have to get another stop. 4th down. This is the Bobcats. If they get the ball back here, it'll be their last chance. So they got to make good use of it. Bobcats lining up in a 4-point. And they've jumped. Not the end of the world. It'll still be 4th down, but they got to watch the ball here, especially in a crucial moment like this. You can't afford to make these kinds of mental mistakes in this kind of situation. So I think it's pretty obvious what the penalty was on the play. 4th down is coming up here, 4th and 5. 2:10 to go in the game. Here they come. Wyoming Indian sends a man under center. Adriano Brown under center at QB here. The snap. It'll be a run by the QB, and doesn't work out for him there. The Bobcats will get the ball back. 1:48 to go. This might be their last chance to get a touchdown here to tie this game up. And if it ties, I don't know if they're going to end the game or if it'll go into OT. I don't know what they do for the JV games, but I guess we'll find out soon, I guess. Bobcats back on offense, 1:48 to go in the game, at least in regulation. It smells like Black Ice shampoo over here. Or like body wash. That's what it smells like, body wash. Like Black Ice body wash. One man was right. The snap. Elder throws over the middle. It's caught! Down for 1st down. He's got a lot of room to go. He's thrown down. And a big hit there. And he is... Oh, get the camera off of him. He's down. We'll be right back. Injury timeout. 1st down, Bobcats, but at what cost? Dylan Myers was the injured Bobcat on the play. He got thrown down. You saw it on the video feed. He got just thrown down. And Wyoming Indian, I hate to say this, they've been playing pretty dirty tonight. I mean, at some point, like, what's football and what's dirty play? Just kind of threw him down by his neck, but he's on the sideline. He's still got his helmet on. He's still walking around, but might have just gotten himself a little stinger there. But the snap, it'll be a pass, rolling out to the left side, looking for a target, looking to the left side, and it is caught down the sideline to the 10. Touchdown, Bobcats! I didn't even see who got it there. What an amazing throw for the touchdown, and that is what the Bobcats needed, but they have to get the 2-point conversion now. They got to get it to tie it up here. $1:11 to go. If they don't get it, they could do the onside kick, but there's no guarantee that'll work. The snap. Tush push. And he is marked short. So the 2-point conversion is no good. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Bobcats down by 2. Let's see what happens. I'd like to welcome you back inside of LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, Wyoming. You're watching Junior Varsity Football on Two Basin Sports Network, the voice of the Bobcats since 2018. This has been a game to remember. It's just a junior varsity game, but this has been so much freaking fun to watch, and even much more fun to call. 1:11 left. Let's see what the Bobcats do. Will they go for the onside? Will they just kick it off and hope to God that Wyoming Indian has another bad snap? I mean, I don't know what's going on, what's going through their, minds here. Chilly night here in Thermopolis. It has cooled down a ton since the sunset. Well, yeah, that's kind of how it works, huh? It was a stupid thing to say. The kickoff. Let's see what they do here. 6-man kick. And that one's over on the far side. Judging by the reaction. Did he get it? He did. Bobcats recover. 1st and 10, Thermopolis. And they are even better inside of, I almost said Fort Washakie. They're almost inside of, they are inside of Wyoming Indian territory. They just need to chain together a good drive. This could be a game-winning drive here if they just got a communicator. They can't make any mistakes here. Man, what's the chances of recovering an onside kick again? Like 5%? That's got to be crazy, bro. JV football is something else, bro. Like, don't sleep on JV, bro. I mean, this is fun. The snap rolls out to the left side. Throws. And it's picked. And you can see the disappointment on the sidelines. The interception. I don't know where he was throwing to, but so I think Wyoming Indian can probably take a knee here. But well, I mean, it's a JV game. You kind of you learn your lessons from this game. It's a developmental game. Like, you learn your lessons from it and you move on and you apply it for tomorrow's game, right? Learn what not to do for tomorrow's game. But oh no, not victory formation. It's a run, and he is hard hit onto the turf. But timeout has been called. I think the Wyoming Indian Chiefs called it there. So we're going to take a quick breather. We'll be right back. I'd like to welcome you back inside LeRoy Hayes Field in Thermopolis, here at Hot Springs County High School. Junior varsity football, Wyoming Indian Chiefs and the Thermopolis Bobcats. For more JV action, we'll be going to Lander on Monday as the Lander Valley Tigers and the Thermopolis Bobcats go head-to-head in a JV clash. A run here up the middle, and he is brought down on the run by Kylan St. Clair. Clock will continue to run, and another timeout has been called, this time I believe by Thermop, and it has been. So we'll take a quick break again. Another timeout, Bobcat timeout when we come back. I'd like to welcome you back inside LeRoy Hayes Field, home of the Bobcats here at Hot Springs County High School. And the Wyoming Indian Chiefs and the Thermopolis Bobcats in a JV matchup. 3rd down and 1, though. This might not be over. The Bobcats do have to hold firm here. They have one timeout remaining, though. Snap and a flag, depending on who this is, might be a good thing for the purple and gold. Waiting. And it's false start on the Chiefs. So that's going to send them back a little bit there. 3rd down and 6, I believe, here. So that's bad luck for the Chiefs. Bobcats, really, I think it was a bit of a gift there by the referee. The snap. Run up to the right side, and he is brought down. Let's see if they call a timeout here. 4th down coming up. Clock continues to run. 33 seconds to go. Clock still running. Referees are talking. There's 13 seconds now. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. It looks like they're going to let the clock wind down. And the Wyoming Indian Chiefs have taken down the Thermopolis Bobcats here in this junior varsity matchup in our first ever JV broadcast in TPSN history. And the Wyoming Indian Chiefs put up a heck of a fight. 24-22 the final score here. And Wyoming Indian did not score the entire half. Bobcats put up 14 points on them here in this second half, but unfortunately it wasn't enough to win the game. However, they take these lessons on, they apply them to Kemmer's game, and they apply them to the Lander JV game. But well, that being said, that's enough action from us tonight here. The Wyoming Indian Chiefs take down the Thermopolis Bobcats junior varsity squad 24-22 in what has been an instant classic in my opinion. Of course, this probably won't count toward anything in terms of WHSAA stuff, but it's always nice to watch. I'd like to thank our audience for listening. I'd like to thank all the people from Ethity that came down here, as well as our Bobcat fans, obviously, that came up to watch these guys in person. We wish all the guys, we wish all the Wyoming Indian fans a safe drive home back to Ethity and Fort Washakie and wherever they're coming from. And we'll see you tomorrow. Friday Night Lights in Kemmerer. 7 p.m. kickoff, the Kemmerer Rangers and the Thermopolis Bobcats, followed by the Grable Buffaloes and the Thermopolis Bobcats for the middle school on Saturday morning at 9:30 in the morning. It's going to be a weekend full of football right here on Two Basin Sports Network, and we hope that you'll join us. From all of us here at Two Basin Sports Network, I've been your head commentator, Hayden Main, with TBSN. And just a friendly reminder, don't pet the buffalo and drive home safely.